Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully, you hit the like button as well. I am using a new feature on StreamYard, and this bad boy continues to give us problems and issues, but I believe we're in the beta stages where we're trying it out. We are the test dummies, and we might get some good results. We might not get good results, but at the end of the day, I'm running with it because this is new and it could potentially help the channel. Shout out to all you guys. What's going on, Susu? Hey, Louis B. Fishing. Shout out to all you all, and happy birthday to Sweet Angel. Yeah, happy birthday to Sweet Angel. I see all of y'all comments over here. I do not see them over there. So if you're on the landscape, the full screen for long form usually, then let me know. If you're on the phone, please let me know as well because we're going live on both of them. A lot has been going on, and I am about to potentially piss some of y'all off because I don't like the infighting that's going on with MAGA right now. I think it's complete BS. I think y'all are making yourselves look weak. Trump is doing a lot of good for this country, but y'all are so stubborn that y'all can't get your way right now. We can't get our way. So we're fussing and we're fighting and we're bitching and we're moaning, and none of it is a good look. If I was a Democrat right now, I would be sitting at home eating popcorn, watching the drama play out because y'all look weak. Y'all look disgusting right now. Y'all look just like Democrats. Y'all sound like leftists. That's what y'all sound like. But before I really go smooth in, I'm going to let y'all go ahead and hit the like button, gang. Let me know where y'all are watching me from. What city, what state, which device. Are you watching it from a phone, from your computer, from your TV? Let me know that too, because that's important. A lot of my data has been showing that people have been watching more and more from their televisions. That might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, but we don't know, Jack. We don't know. All I do know is that is a whole lot of fussing and fighting and bitching and moaning going on in the MAGA party. People are actually burning up their MAGA hats. Do you hear? People are burning up their MAGA hats. Burning up their MAGA hats, man. Y'all are acting like some spoiled ass babies right now. Y'all acting like some kids right now. That's what y'all are acting like. If I may say so myself. Just to be so humble, I'm just saying y'all looking real weak right now. Y'all looking real weak right now. Because this is what we're dealing with right here. All right? People are burning up their MAGA hats. Nuts. Nuts, man. Look at this. Look at this. Breaking. MAGA hats are being burned around social media. People are burning their MAGA hats around social media. Why? Why are you burning your MAGA hat? Huh? People are trying to say that the MAGA hats are pedophilia merch. They're saying whatever they possibly can to churn your goat, and you're allowing it. You're showing them how weak you are. Again, guys, happy birthday to my little brother. He just turned 46 today. Shout out to him. To Smoke, a.k.a. Wizane, Uncle Wizane, huh? A.k.a. Tree, my guy. I'm a real life gangster that I know. Shout out to you, man. I love you. Happy birthday to you, big dog. Also, happy birthday to Sweet Angel, one of our moderators. She's been rocking with the channel for like 4 years, probably longer than that. So if I'm doing you a disservice with the shout out, let me know, Angel, and I will make a change in what I'm talking about. So yeah. So apparently, people are burning their MAGA hats. Okay, let's see. All around social media. Yep. Yep. They was doing it back in July too. Every time y'all get a little attitude, y'all start burning hats. Y'all start pissing the fit. Y'all start acting foolish. Are y'all Democrats or what? Are y'all leftists or what? Are y'all liberals or what? Are y'all soldiers? Are you patriots or are you bitches? That's what I want to know. Let me know in the comments if you're one of those. Are you a patriot? Are you a soldier? Are you a man and woman of God? Do you love this country? Or are you just one of those little softies who cry and bitch about everything that don't go their way? Shout out to Frankie Lowe. Trust the plan. They not trusting the plan. They're not going to trust the plan. They already not. So they not riding with it. They not dealing with it. They not feeling it. They not trusting the plan. Sorry. It ain't happening. But thank you, Frankie Lowe. I appreciate you, brother. Brother Wise, it's wild. The midterms are important. Stand up. The midterms are important. Can you let Marjorie Taylor Greene know that? Can you let J.D. Vance and them know that? Because they, honestly, I don't even care if Trump say, you know what, if you're not messing with me no more, then I ain't endorsing you. And he actually said that. Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. And I'm excited for today. Y'all let me know, just like usual, whenever I go live stream, whenever I go live, I ask you guys just to let me know one thing that you are appreciative for, that you're grateful for. I'm grateful to wake up on this side of heaven. I'm grateful to have another day to get it right, man. I'm grateful to be in my be in good health, where I can put one foot in front of the other if I want to walk, if I want to run, if I want to jump, if I want to do burpees. I'm straight. Like 47 years old, and I can still thank God that I can do whatever I want to do physically. That is a blessing, because I know people who are not able to do this in their 40s, in their 30s, in their 20s. So if you're not grateful for your blessings that you have, don't come crying to me when you lose them. All right? Because that's usually what happens. When you show that you're ungrateful for the blessings that you're bestowed upon, the grace and mercy that's all over your life. You show that you're ungrateful, you give God your ass to kiss, then guess what? You're going to lose all of it. And I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it, man. Hey, thank you, Wise. I appreciate the super chat, big dog. Shout out to all you guys. What's up, Quesadilla? Quesadilla's in the building. What's going on, B? Yeah. Hey, Shane, if you're gonna be a blue, man, you can't be like the trolls, bro. You got to be one of the people to maintain the peace around here. You can't be one of the people to pour fire on it and just light that joint up with a match. You cannot be one of those people. All right. And I'm only telling you that because I know that you're passionate. That's it. And you're also a knucklehead. Like, you will be the class clown in the back of the class, just throwing stuff at people and starting conversations when you're supposed to be listening to the teacher. That's what you will be doing. I'm just saying. I'm just going to go out there on the limb and say, I don't like the way that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump are going at each other. But there's some things that Marjorie Taylor Greene stand for that I agree with. Absolutely 1,000%. 1,000%. So at the end of the day, you know, man, she got butt hurt. She got a little feelings hurt. She's upset with Trump. All right. Maybe he didn't endorse her for something. Maybe he didn't rub her boo-boo, kiss her boo-boo when she hurt herself, when people hurt her feelings. And now she's going on a world tour, disrespecting the man that's over the White House right now. And I think that's lame. But I'm for the most part, I'm with Marjorie Taylor Greene. MTG is still a beast. She's still a patriot, in my opinion. And if anybody want to throw her out, then you're part of the problem. Yeah, I said it. If anybody want to throw out Marjorie Taylor Greene because she has a different opinion, then you're part of the problem, because you're not acknowledging all the hard work that she did to get Trump into office in the first place. All right? If Trump don't want to endorse her, let Trump not endorse her. That don't mean that got to be your beef. That don't mean that got to be your beef, because what happens is you become a part of the opposition. And I'm just keeping it a buck. It just is what it is. Let me know where y'all are watching from, guys. You said Marjorie Trader Gangrene. Come on, Yuck 2.0. That's not it. Come on now. Come on now. And thank y'all so much for becoming members of the channel too. So shout out to all my blues and all my greens. I appreciate it. But I'm letting y'all know this right now. And if y'all feel obliged to walk away from the channel because I said I'm still listening to and supporting MTG, then feel free to do what you want to do. But I'm about to play a video from hers, and I'm sure most of the stuff that she says, you agree with it too. I'm not on, I support Trump, but I'm not meat riding Trump like a lot of people like to do. A lot of people are saying, well, if she's no longer with Trump, then I'm not with her. She's going at Father Trump. Nah, feel free to do that. If you're a Trump stan and you don't want to hold him accountable for anything, then you are not my people. If you're a Trump stan, you're a Trump meat rider who don't want to hold Trump accountable for anything, then you clearly are not my people. What up, LFR family? Shout out to B. Unc Shug, do your job. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, big dog. He giving a shout out to all of his people who work over here, and then they also work over there at A Righteous Perspective. Much love to you, brother. Such a good guy, man. Let y'all know I met him and his wife in person. Really dope people. Really dope people. His wife actually seems like she's more of a content creator. Like she's like live in real person. I mean, in real life, she's live. You know what I mean? And they work, they're a great team. So shout out to Wise and his amazing wife, man. Renee Suzanne. Shout out to Renee Suzanne up in the building, man. Is Sweet Angel here? She the one that told me to go live on Saturday, and she ended up not even being here. But this is her birthday, so she shouldn't be modding on her birthday any daggone way. She should be enjoying it. She should be enjoying her birthday, laying up with her family, eating some good food, and all that other stuff. All right. So let's start it out with some Marjorie Taylor Greene first. Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly said something that really disgusted me. Like it really made me look at her a little differently. So we're going to have that conversation too. Don't know if y'all remember. Listen, I don't know if y'all heard what she said about pedophilia and about Epstein and about 15 years old being okay, but 8 or 9 year old is not it. Nah, I ain't rolling, baby girl. I ain't rolling. I don't know if she has daughters. I have 2. I don't know if she has sons. I have 2. I'm not rolling. 15 years old is extremely young for an adult male to be dating in a relationship, in a physical relationship with. I'm not with it. Now, I do know in other cultures, they do what they do, but we're not talking about other cultures. We're not talking about other religions. We're talking about Christianity and American citizens. That's what we're talking about. If you want to talk about other cultures, in other cultures, they marry when they're 10 years old, they're 11 years old, they're 9 years old. They have babies when they're 12 years old. Nah, I ain't for it, man. I ain't for it. Also, before we move forward, I just want to say shout out to Gail, who one of our LFR family content creators, who did her very first video today. So shout out to her. Her video is out. Y'all want to go check her out. And I have a bunch more coming too. Much love to LFR family. We actually do have a family. All right. Not only blood family, but we have family out here too. On YouTube, on X, on Kick, on Twitch. So shout out to all you guys. Yeah. Shout out to Gail, man. And so we moving forward. Let's go and get into it. First up the bat, we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who she addressed the country, and I'm gonna show y'all what she said. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna say what I have to say with it as well. But yeah, here we go.
My dear fellow Americans, I'm introducing a bill to completely eliminate the H-1B visa program, which has been riddled with fraud and abuse and has been displacing American workers for decades. There will only be one exemption in my bill, and it will allow for a $10,000 per year cap on visas issued to medical professionals like doctors and nurses who provide life-saving care to Americans. However, even this $10,000 per year cap will be phased out over 10 years to allow us time to build our own pipeline of American doctors and physicians.
So far, so good. Has she said anything so far that you disagree with? Let me know in the comments. That's all I want to know, man.
My bill will also restore the original intent of the visa, for it to be temporary. These visas were intended to fulfill a specialty occupational need at a given time. People should not be allowed to come and live here forever. We thank them for their expertise, but we also wish them well so they may return to their home country.
They come here to work, build up a nice, pot of gold for their families. They're given opportunities. They're provided opportunities. They're supported and everything. So far, so good. Are you agreeing with what she's saying so far? I agree with what she's saying so far.
My bill will take away the pathway to citizenship, forcing visa holders to return home when their visa expires. In order to build our pipeline of American doctors and medical professionals, my bill will also prohibit Medicare-funded residency programs from admitting non-citizen medical students into their programs. Just last year alone, there were over 9,000 doctors in the U.S. who graduated from medical school but were left without a residency placement. Meanwhile, in 2023 alone, there were over 5,000 foreign-born doctors who received residency spots. This is entirely unfair, and it's America last.
So far, so good? Or do you have an issue with what she's saying? Let me know, guys, in the comments, because so far, she hasn't said anything wrong, in my opinion. Now, I do know a lot of people will be upset that she wants to take away their citizenship after they receive what they come here for. They've been here for 10 years. They've handled their business. Now go somewhere and apply your skill that you earn here in the United States. Because why is it that 9,000 American-born doctors don't have anywhere to practice after they're done with school, after they're done with their residencies? Why don't they have anywhere to practice? But 5,000 people who are not born here came here on visas. They receive opportunities and jobs. Please make that make sense. So at the end of the day, y'all can throw her out with the bathwater if you want, but what she is saying so far makes sense. Makes sense. All I want us to do is stop being so damn emotional all the time and trying to jump ship just because Trump say get rid of this person, or JD Vance say get rid of that person, or Tucker or MJT say get rid of them, MTG says get rid of this person. We need to stop that, man. We not kids no more. We grown ass adults. And what she is saying actually makes sense so far.
My bill will help mitigate the shortage of doctors and nurses in our country, the shortage that we face, while at the same time serve as an off-ramp from our reliance on foreign workers by allowing us time to fill our residency programs with American doctors. Now, this will completely end the H-1B visa program in all other sectors in the job force and in the workforce. This is America first. It's time to put American citizens first instead of foreigners first. And this has gone on, and this has been an abuse for far too long. Americans deserve a future, they deserve a chance, and I believe Americans are the most talented people in the world, the most creative, and I want them to have their American dream. Thank you.
I gotta tell you, based off what she just now said, I don't disagree with nothing that she just now said. Nothing. And guess what? She didn't take any shots. She didn't take any pot shots at Trump while making her point. That's the thing. She didn't take any shots at Trump whatsoever while making her point. She didn't take shots at this administration, nothing. She was just putting it out there, what's in her bill that she's presenting. So again, let me know what you got an issue with so far, because y'all are ready to throw her out. Now, the things that I don't like that she likes to go public on left-leaning platforms to talk about her grievances against the Republicans. That's like instead of me and my wife discussing our issues and trying to fix them in the house, I go outside to the bar and I talk to the people at the bar. Or I go to a club and I talk to strangers, strange men and strange women about my wife. Or I just, no, even worse. Let's go even worse. What she is doing is like me going to a woman that I know want the draws, that I know been looking at me and can't wait for me to slip up so that they can get in bed with me. Because I know how sexy I am. I know how juicy I am, how delicious I am. That will be just like me giving my attention to a woman that I know wants to bed me, rather than fixing it in the house first. So that's where we are right now. We're ready to throw her out. Wise brother. Okay, shout out to Wise. I'm in agreement with her. Americans are overlooked a lot in tech. I'd also like to see government contracts tied to training a percentage of the workforce. Shout out to Wise, man. Thank you, Wise. I appreciate you, brother. But for some strange reason, we are trying to throw her out. Huh? Now, I understand it's not a good look. Her going to these other platforms, her going to The View, and trashing all of the men, all of the Republican men, I don't like that. Her going to CNN or not CNN. Did she go on CNN? I don't know if she went on CNN. Where did she go? Because I had some videos up here of her going to different places, having her talking her sugar honey iced tea. Let me see. Hold on one second. Because right now she's all over the internet. She's all over the internet. She's going back and forth with Trump, because Trump said that she tried to call him and all this other stuff, and now she's hold on one second, because she addressed this. Hold on one second. Yeah, Trump, man. Somebody need to just slow him down a little bit with how fast he's reacting to people. Because we already know that this chick rides. She was riding for Trump. I'm talking about riding, bro. Look at this. Hold on. Let me pull this down. Look at this right here. Look at her. This was her going up in Biden's face, yelling at him, letting him know that he was some trash, letting him know that his administration was not doing what he said he would do. All of that. And now she's been cut out. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, bro. Everybody make mistakes, but at the end of the day, this is what she's doing now. This is what she's doing now. So she's fighting back, essentially. And she's going to have a lot of women on her side as she fights back. All right, so let me show y'all this video that I have right here. Let me pull this one down, pull this one up. Because he was actually asked about Marjorie. I keep on calling her Margaret for some strange reason. Marge in charge, large Marge. I keep on calling her Margaret, but that's not her name. Shout out to Quesadilla. Thank you, Quesadilla. I appreciate it. Let me see here. And I'm trying to read the chat at the same time that I'm moving forward, guys. So please forgive me if I miss some of your messages. Let me see. Sounds like you gone MAGA too, bro. When the Don showed his true colors by asking, you still talking about the Epstein files? MAGA realized the leadership had left them. Actually, that's not 1,000% true. Not for me anyway. When Trump said, get over the fouls, leave them alone, let's move forward, let's focus on something else. And he said that if you are still talking about the fouls, then he gave a name to you all. He said that you're foolish or you're clowns or something. I forgot what he said specifically. But here's the thing. Trump is the president for a reason. Trump knows things that we don't know. Trump is locked in. Trump also knows that a great majority of Democrats, a great majority of these politicians and businessmen around the country are on these files. He knows this. But what he'd much rather do at the time is focus on what's important. What the Democrats want to do is focus on the files all of a sudden, which makes no sense to me because y'all bitches, the Democrats, excuse my French, but that's exactly what y'all are. Y'all want to run the files now when you know ain't nothing on them. But in the last administration, and you was trying everything you possibly could to get rid of them, you wouldn't run the files. Why wouldn't you run them then? Why wouldn't you run them then? It's a reason why. But anybody who wants to stay stuck on these files, you don't want to use any common damn sense. You don't want to use your common sense. You want to think, oh, we got them now. No, you damn don't. You don't got them now. And what's about to happen is the Democrats are really about the FAFO. It's about to happen. Because y'all fighting so hard. We don't have, it's a last ditch effort is what it is. It's a last ditch effort and it's not looking good. But feel free to think that you got something. Feel free. Trump is saying, man, can we move on? It's a lot of stuff to focus on. Can we move on? Leave it alone. I've been trying to tell y'all leave it alone, but y'all keep on pushing. Y'all keep on pushing. But guess what? Okay, fine. Release the files. Go ahead and release them. Go ahead. There's a senator that just now tried to get the files released. Do you know that the Democrats blocked him from getting the files released? They trying to act like this is Trump trying to stop a certain person from becoming a Supreme Court justice or a certain person from becoming powerful enough so that they can release the files. The whole time he's like, bro, if that's what y'all want to do, then do it. I don't care at this point. He got a lot of fish to fry, and these files is very small. Why? Because Epstein is gone. He's gone. These children that they claim to care about, they don't. Because if they did, they would have been released the files, man. When CNN, or was it MSNBC, brought a bunch of people who were on them files, who were victims, who were children at the time, brought them to their platform and asked all of them if Trump had something to do with what they was trying to accuse him of, and all of them said no. But they're still out there fishing, trying to find something, trying to land that big fat catfish so that they can go show it off to all their friends. It's not happening. Leave it alone. So at the end of the day, man, that's where I am. I'm like, what are we doing to make our country better? Can we do that? Or do we want to continue to focus on rumors or try our best to get Trump up out of office? Everything he does is bad. He tried to build a ballroom that will add to the White House, and y'all didn't want him to do that. It was coming out of his own pockets and out of individual donors' pockets. Well, not individual. I'm talking about these conglomerates, Amazon, Caterpillar, you name it. There's a whole bunch of companies, Apple, who are all in on it. It was like, yeah, you know what? This is a beautiful idea. But since it's Trump, They don't want him to do a damn thing. And for you all that continue to play along with it, that just shows how foolish you are. Like you can be easily manipulated. You're the ones that they want to play along with. You're the ones that they want to daggone take advantage of. That's where I am right now. I'm like, all of this noise is stopping us from being productive. Kingdom Politico. Hey, nay. There are people on that list from all over the world. Trump has to make moves on a global scale, and I believe he's being strategic. Is it that difficult to see that this is happening? This dude can't just burn up the world because he's now in the office. You know what Trump actually had? Trump had a moment of humility. When he became president again, 47th president, when he became president again, he had a moment of humility. He started to see everything he wanted to see. He now has the power to do most of what he wants to do. And now he's actually seeing that, oh, this right here will mess up a whole lot. We should probably just focus on other things and just keep it moving. How badly I would love to see Hillary Clinton go down. How badly I would love to see Biden go down. How badly I would love to see the Obamas. Like, that's how he's thinking. He's like, I can make this happen like this. But what comes along with it? What comes along with it? It's like you can get justice for the drug sales in your neighborhood, but if by snitching on the drug dealers, your children or your parents die. Now you're in a situation. You're like, oh, this is a pickle. But the Democrats are like, we don't have anything. Thank you so much, Nene. I appreciate it. Shout out to Kingdom Politico. Make sure y'all are following and watching Kingdom Politico, another up-and-coming content creator that's doing her thing. Trump hasn't even had a full year in office, and this dude is kicking so much ass. They hate him so much. They hate this brother so damn much, man, that whatever he does is demonic. But Trump is playing into it. Trump is playing into it. We keep on trying to say he's been strategic. Well, every time he speaks out of turn, that's not strategy. Whenever he hurry up and fire somebody or stop endorsing somebody publicly, that's not strategy. I'm saying we like to give him the benefit of the doubt when it serves him. But is it strategic to get rid of your number one hitters simply because y'all disagree? Let them bitch and moan. If you're too big to be reached, my phone, and they keep trying to call me, but I got all these people to talk to and this, that, and that. That's what he said. He literally said that. He said, I got so many people to talk to. I got Republicans that want to talk to me. Democrats want to talk to me. People from around the world that want to talk to me. I got a lot of people to talk to. I can't answer Marjorie Taylor Greene's phone calls all the time. So then you believe him. That seems human. That seems human. If you're a content creator, you know what I'm talking about. But if strategy is what he's about, him getting on camera and demeaning someone who was so close to him, that's not smart strategy, in my opinion. That's not strategy. Because what that does is it separates the base. It separates the base. It takes nothing for him to see the importance of a Marjorie Taylor Greene in his base and him scheduling a 15-minute conversation with her. President Trump, you ain't too big for that. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all thought I was going to be biased toward Trump. I'm not based. I apologize. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just not, man. Shout out to Mala56, who's been a member of the LFR family for 4 months. She says, I agree with you, man. Trump has done so much in 10 months, but all people see is what hasn't been done, but hasn't happened yet. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she needs to understand that this brother is trying to be strategic. This dude got bullets and missiles and everything firing at him from all different directions. The last thing she should do is try to rush him so she can get whatever she wants. But he can't just forget about the little people that helped him get to where he is. As soon as you do that, that's when you start losing. As soon as he's losing his base now. He's lost Tucker Carlson. He's lost Candace Owens. He's lost Nick Fuentes. Come on, bro. He's losing a lot of the big far-right people. And it's not because I'm just too good for them or I'm making policy that these far-right lunatics can't vibe with. So I get it, man. I get it. They all need to take a beat. That's what they all need to do. They all need to take a beat. Like, relax, bro. Sweet Angel, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Angel. Look at everybody showing you some love up in here. That's what I'm talking about. Angel has been with the channel for a long time, man. So she definitely should be shown some love. Much love to Angel. Yeah, today is her birthday. And she has an amazing birthday. Just so happens to be my little brother's birthday as well. Well, my younger brother, he's bigger than me. All of my brothers are bigger than me. I'm the little guy of the bunch. I'm the little guy of the bunch. I'm in the middle, but I'm the little guy of the bunch. Smash that like button, as Louis B. Fishing said. Smash the like button, gang. All right, so now let's hear what Trump has to say, because obviously one of the reporters was not going to miss an opportunity to ask him what he had to say about Margaret Taylor Greene. You might want to turn your volume up a little bit because you're not really going to hear the reporters as loudly as you hear myself and Trump.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a big ally of yours, said that she would rather see you focused on nonstop domestic policy meetings here at the White House instead of nonstop foreign policy meetings. What's your response to her saying that, and also saying that grocery prices are up and not down, as you've said?
Yeah.
Before he say anything, I just want to acknowledge the fact that this is the reporter right here that has been getting on Trump's nerves for a long time now. Yeah, a little snobby reporter from CNN. I think she's from CNN, but she's been getting on his nerves for a minute now. But he realizes, she's a professional, so I'm gonna treat her as such. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. But I have to view the presidency as a worldwide situation, not locally. I mean, we could have a world that's on fire where wars come to our shores very easily if you had a bad president. We had a horrible president, and we ended up with Russia, Ukraine, and we ended up with other disasters, too. Don't forget, I put out 8 wars, 9 to come. I think I'll get the other one taken care of, but I put out 8 wars. And look at the damage that Russia, Ukraine has done to us as a country. I mean, we spent $350 billion. We're not spending any money anymore. Now they pay us through NATO.
Trump sidestepped the question is what he did. He sidestepped it. He had an opportunity to let them know what happened, but instead what he did was he said that Marjorie Taylor Greene lost her way. Well, sir, just in case you haven't been paying attention, Marjorie Taylor Greene and the people that I named, they all believe that you lost your way. They all believe that you lost your way. I'm just saying. Look at this right here. I just want to show y'all this, just so y'all understand what I'm talking about. So Nick Fuentes, he just now posted this. He says, so now Ben Shapiro, Randy Fine, and Lindsey Graham are considered MAGA. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, and Thomas Massey are not. Hmm. Hmm. Now, I will say this. Um, Nick Fuentes has shown that he is, um, not only is he not Israel first, he's not Israel second, third, or fourth, because he has said some things that came off extremely disrespectful to the Jewish community, to the Israel community. But I'm over here trying to make sure that we look at all sides of the coin. Listen to what he has to say about MAGA being dead.
I think after this month, after this year, 2025 is the year that MAGA died. This is the year that this hat is no longer controversial. The hat is not edgy. The hat is not provocative. It doesn't even mean anything. This hat is dead. This hat is dead. Now, metaphorically speaking, and this is the future.
Yeah, I heard what he said, right? He said 2025 is the year that MAGA is dead.
And let's look at the ledger. On the side of MAGA, you have Lindsey Graham, Ben Shapiro, Marco Rubio, Randy Fine, Mark Levin. Apparently, all of that is MAGA. Together, they support war with Iran, Chinese students, H-1B visas.
I have a question for you. Let's do the whole thing that we just now did with Marjorie Taylor Greene. So far, what has he said that's wrong? I don't care about the character assassinations. I don't want none of that, man. I don't care about him being an asshole and being a jerk, him being emotional, none of that. I want to hear what exactly is he saying that's wrong. Whether you are a fan of his or not, I am not a fan of his. I don't even know if I like him. And it's not about us listening to this doofus. I see what you're saying, Braun. No, what we're doing is he said that MAGA is dead, and he's making some valid points. Here's your problem. I want to just say this for a second, just for a second. See, a lot of times we miss the message because we judge the messenger and we miss out some good information. We miss out on some good information because we believe that the messenger has to look a certain type of way or be a certain type of way. We heard them say one thing before and we disagree with them, so we no longer listen to them again. That's not how we're going to hear anything that's going to help us in the future. Marjorie Taylor Greene, for instance, we've heard her messaging for a long damn time. And now half of MAGA are throwing her out because she's going up against Trump. Half of MAGA have thrown out Candace because she's going up against Trump. Are you for making America great again, or are you for making Trump great again? That's a real question. Because I am also not in the mind from, I don't have a mindset of making sure that we put Israel before we put American citizens. And I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. I love the Lord. And if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right. I tell you that right daggone now. And I might not be the type of Christian that you think I should be, but guess what? You don't have a heaven nor hell to put me in, so I'm not trying to appease to you. At the end of the day, if somebody is saying something to me that makes sense, I'm going to listen to them. Whether they're a homeless man on the street or whether they're somebody who's highly respected as a politician, I will listen to them if they're making sense. All I'm asking y'all is, so far, has he said anything that's wrong? Because I believe at one point, Trump hated Lindsey Graham. I believe at one point, Ben Shapiro went all in on Trump. All in. Because Trump had a stance of make America great again and America first. America first. Not Israel, but America first. So when you go over there and you kiss that wall, you tongue kiss that wall, that Israel wall, and you fill it up and you rub your ding-a-ling on it, and you show Israel that you love it, then you become their friend again. Come on now. I want to know what's going on. Here's the thing. I am still a novice when it comes to this politics stuff. And sometimes it turns me on. It makes me want to look into it and learn more. And sometimes it turns me off. It makes me like, what the hell is this? It's not the best. I don't know, bro. All I'm trying to do is make sure that we do something that the Democrats don't ever do. Because something that they do, they will cancel your ass quick and not have any conversations. As soon as they see you put on that MAGA hat, or they see you take the side of somebody who's a conservative, they done already cleared you off the table. They don't even consider you to be anybody that they would ever even think about listening to. And there you have it, people judging the messenger over the message. So, and I actually, let me see here. Here's how I look at MAGA. I look at MAGA as America first. That's what I look at. So, us sending money over to Ukraine, I don't look at that as America first. Us sending money to any other country before we take care of our own, I don't look at that as America first. Us putting Israel before we put American, like putting Israel interests over American interests, I don't look at that as make America great again. That's not America first. And I don't consider that to be far right politics. I just consider that to be common sense because we were preaching America first. That's the whole reason why we wanted to deport all of the illegal immigrants who was taking their sweet time to get citizenship, and they knew that they weren't going to ever get citizenship, but they were trying to be fast tracked by the Biden administration so that they become voters. And then you see through the BS and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? That didn't seem America first to me. So I came over to the MAGA party. I came over to the MAGA movement. I'm thinking that this is about putting Americans first, making sure we have jobs, making sure we have opportunities, making sure that we not meat riding another country because the Bible said that those people shall always be the chosen people. And plus, most of us are not even students of the Bible any damn way. Most of y'all think that the soil of Israel is what's to be protected. Most of y'all think that the people born in Israel are the people to be protected. Y'all don't understand that that's not even the case. So here we are, we're Christians, and we're moving with the false doctrine of a certain group of people being the people that we need to protect. And that's not even what the Bible says. So imagine someone that don't even watch NBA basketball, and I'm trying to explain to them why LeBron James is the GOAT, and they don't even watch basketball, but they want to tell me that Michael Jordan's the GOAT. I'm immediately going to tell you to kiss my black ass because you don't watch basketball. That's the same way it should be if somebody don't study the Bible. They don't study the Word of God, but they want to tell me that Israel is the people to be protected. Why? Because somebody told you that? Israel, the country, is the nation, the government, Netanyahu, those are the people to be protected because somebody told you that. You didn't see that in the Bible. You ain't studied that nowhere. Nowhere. So I go back to what I said, man. I'm looking for some common sense. Like if we can get on a level playing field and have a good conversation as adults, I'm here for it. But if y'all just saying do it because I said so, no, I'm not that at all. That's what I thought MAGA was. Just in case y'all confused by that, that's what I thought MAGA was. Just like I'm not for all of these illegal immigrants, or I'm not for all of these immigrants trying to force people to be a part of their religion. At all. I'm not. I don't understand their religion, but Christians don't try to force people to be Christians. So I ain't for other religions coming over trying to force us to be their religion. So that's where I am. And I'll say it again, Nick Fuentes, I don't like him. It's just something about him. It's just a certain and I know he don't hate black people, but there's been times where he said some things that seem pretty damn mean and directed at black people, and I didn't like that. I didn't like it. But I like this America First thing. I can roll with an American First agenda because I'm an American first. You understand? And if I see all of these immigrants coming here and growing businesses and buying land and becoming great themselves, while at the same time growing at a rapid pace, because we're going to blink, and next thing you know, we're going to all be in the minority. Black people, we're already in the minority. White people, y'all are on your way, because the Hispanic community is growing like crazy. The Indian community growing like crazy. Asian community growing like crazy. We can go on and on. African community growing like crazy. They still have the same values of family. They have the values that we are running away from. You know the values that Democrats are trying to turn their people away from? The nuclear family. They still have that. They still get married. They still have a bunch of babies, and then they get married again. Some of them sometimes they're married 2, 3, 4 times at a time. They got like 3 wives, and they know this. I would say this. Something's going on, and we need to find out exactly what it is. We need to find out what it is. Megyn Kelly. I need to talk about Megyn Kelly. Holy moly, I got to talk about Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly.
For Epstein.
She was just now interviewing somebody, and she was talking about Epstein. What she said in this kind of sort of made me sick. I didn't like it. I did not like it. Hold on one second. I see Quesadilla is saying something. Okay, what did Quesadilla say? She says people aren't turning away from these content creators because of their Trump opinions. They're tired of the half-truths, debunked claims, bitterness, and the way some of them even mock Christianity. I can dig it. I can dig it. And thank you so much for that message. That was good. For real. For real. Hey, the birthday girl got a message for y'all. She says, get those likes up. All right? You ain't got to show me no love, though, but get those likes up. Hit the like button. All right? Now, here's Megyn Kelly talking about the Epstein situation. I want y'all to tell me if based off of what she says, if you have an issue with it, or if you don't. I want you to help me make sense of this, because when I heard it, it didn't sound right. It didn't sound good at all, and it still don't. Let me go ahead and play it. All right?
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were.
What the holy flying farfanugan is a barely legal girl? And when do we start separating barely legal from third graders? I'm just saying, when do we start just separating that? Like, okay, let's continue.
teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
You know,
Megyn Kelly, who are you protecting? That's all I got. And I have to say this. Outside of this take of hers, I love me some Megyn Kelly. I'm a fan of Megyn Kelly. But this right here, no siree, Bob. I'm not a fan of this right here. I'm not a fan. Check this out. Hold on, nah, not this right here. Not this. I'm gonna show you the other one. Because this 14-year-old girl got something to say to Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly, I'm Eloise and I'm 14 years old. I wasn't even going to say anything because the topic is an adult one. My mom even made a video about it yesterday because we didn't feel it was an appropriate topic for a child to speak about. But after hearing you go on camera and explain that Epstein wasn't into 8-year-olds, just the barely legal type like 15, I realized you might need an actual reality check from a literal child. So let me help you out. Megyn, people in my grade are turning 15 right now. Some of us still have baby faces. Some of us still have braces. Some of us still call our parents when we're scared at night. Some of us still look like middle schoolers because we basically are. And the fact that a grown woman needs a teenager to explain that is honestly terrifying. Here's the part you seem confused about. Under federal law, anyone under 18 is a child. No asterisk. No, but they hit puberty. No, older kids don't count. Anyone under 18 is a child. You said you were just giving facts, but here's the real fact. What you said wasn't factual. It was minimizing. It was making abuse sound like a technicality. And Megyn, here's the part you really need to hear. If a 14-year-old has to get on the internet and explain to a grown adult with national platform that children are children and there's no age where abuse suddenly becomes less bad, then the problem isn't confusion, it's corruption. Because kids my age aren't supposed to be the ones correcting you. We're not supposed to be the moral compass in a room full of adults who should have known better. But here we are. If my voice makes you uncomfortable, good, it should. Because the minute adults start defending predators by debating the age of a child, you're not protecting the truth. You're protecting the predator. And you shouldn't need a freshman to tell you that.
All right, so check this out. Give me a thumbs up if you think it's okay for a grown man, to date a 15-year-old. A thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know in the chat. I have to ask this because what I'm seeing in the chat are people saying that Megyn Kelly is not wrong. It's just the way she said it that's wrong. Because I'm questioning y'all right now. I am. And I'm the type of person, I don't judge people because I know that I'm not perfect either. But I need to know what y'all are saying. Absolutely, man. Because you're telling me you're it sounds hey, it does sound written by an adult, but it was great. It's actually, whether it was written by an adult or not, I think that she was 1,000% on point. I'm seeing a whole hell of a lot of thumbs down right now. But that's not what I was getting in text. A lot of y'all was saying that Megyn Kelly was not really wrong. She wasn't really wrong. She's talking about prepubescent. I get that. But the thumbs down, y'all putting them thumbs downs though. Y'all don't want nobody to see that you stand alone on an island by yourself, believing that a grown-ass man should be cool dating a 15-year-old. And by dating, I don't mean dating. You know what I mean. I'm trying to keep this is a family show. Now, I want y'all to listen to this one more time. So, this Megyn Kelly, just the beginning of it. Listen to what she says about her friend. Listen to what she says about her friend. When I caught this part, I wanted to throw it in front of y'all just one more time. Just one more again.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything.
She knows somebody who's close to the case, and this person knows virtually everything. He got his ears to the street. He got connections. And I want y'all to hear what this person she's talking about is saying.
And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile.
In this person's view, she's going to say this again so that she can separate herself from him while at the same time agreeing with him.
This is this person's view.
This is this person's view. She had to say it again because Megyn Kelly realizes that she is on a slippery slope. This is the only reason why I'm talking about this. She would not have said, in this person's view, twice in the first 20 seconds of talking about this. If she didn't know that she was wrong for saying what she was about to say.
Was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That
I'm not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. I'm not trying to make an... Now, here's the thing. We have a person, Megyn Kelly is extremely highly opinionated. Highly opinionated. What you're not going to do is hear her say that that she believed that her friend is dead ass wrong because no man should date a barely legal person. That's not what she's going to say.
he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. Yeah. You know, it's just.
Okay, first of all, wasn't nobody talking about no 5-year-old. Wasn't nobody talking about no 5-year-old. She was talking about a 9 and 10-year-old and a 15-year-old. There is no difference. Now, can the 15-year-old get pregnant? Yes. Can the 8-year-old, 9-year-old get pregnant? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. But at the end of the day, it's the same. It's the same. Megyn Kelly, I don't know who your people are. I don't know who you're surrounding yourself with, but barely legal, you need to take that term out of your damn vocabulary because that means pedophilia, bro. Somebody just now put out a good point, and I like this right here. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? Hold on one second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Somebody said 15 and 18 together is not okay. I think I'm more conservative than most conservatives because I actually believe this. I believe this. When you get older, though, 22 years old, dating a 35-year-old, you're grown. Do what you want. I would still take issue with the 35-year-old that wants to date somebody that young. A 40-year-old dating a 20-year-old, 21-year-old. A 50-year-old dating a 25-year-old. I'm like, what's the point? Why do you want to date somebody that young? This doesn't make you a pedo, but it's legal. I get it. But come on, bro. You tell me that you got these old ass dudes, and then she says a 15-year-old is somebody who can pass the legal test from a passerby. Like somebody that walks by them and just barely looks at them would probably think that this person is grown. Nah, not a person with children. Not me. Like I said before, I got 2 daughters and 2 sons. Nieces, nephews. Right? Ain't no way in the world a grown man should be looking at them in any type of way. No type of way. I see a grown man looking at my 17-year-old daughter. I'm talking to that dude. Bro, what the hell, man? I see a grown man looking at my 18-year-old daughter. I'm like, man, what's up with you? You cool? I guess you got to have children to actually give a damn, or you got to actually care about people to actually give a damn. I give a damn. See, look at this. See, she burns a lot. She smokes a lot of weed is what that's probably what that means. Or I hope that's what that means because she burns a lot in the hood. I don't know. Listen, you you might want to think your name because she burns a lot comes with medication. Okay. I'm 44. I hooked up with a 28-year-old. Felt uncomfortable. As you should have. As you should have. But it was legal. It was legal. I can't say that it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't illegal. It wasn't pedophilia. It wasn't nasty. Grown men do it all the damn time. She burns a lot. As a matter of fact, these grown-ass men actually prefer it. They go out of their way looking for the young girls. I know niggas that's older than me that go to college universities to their homecoming and they're looking to meet somebody there just for a night. Yeah. So this happens all the time with men. Seeing a 44-year-old man with a 28-year-old girl, a woman, that's not unheard of when it comes to men. That age range, that's not unheard of at all. I think Al Pacino just now, that nigga more than 80 years old and he just now impregnated his 20-something-year-old wife or girlfriend. And then Robert De Niro did the same thing. Like these dudes be 80 dating a 20-year-old. And people love it. Why? Because the models, the supermodels are in their 20s, their young 20s. And they want to date a supermodel. And since they're super rich and wealthy and popular, they get a pass. So she burns a lot. I get it. I get it. 1,000% she burns a lot. So keep on getting your freak on. She burns a lot. Just make sure that you make them strap up and you take precautions so you won't really be burning a lot. And I know you talking about weed. I'm just playing. Love you like a play cousin. I know I'm picking on you, but you know what I'm talking about. I know you was talking about tree burn. I know. Listen, where's she at? Where she burns a lot at? She was clearly talking about weed, guys. All right. She was not talking about requiring an antibiotic. All right. There's no UTIs over there or nothing. All right. Let's just clear that up. I have a question for you all. Can a 15-year-old date a 10-year-old? Can a 15-year-old date a 12-year-old? And you be all right with it? Can a 17-year-old date your 13-year-old child? And you be all right with it? Can a freshman college student date your sophomore or junior high school student? Because it starts to get tricky the older that they become. Sometimes when you got your child that's in the 11th grade, the 12th grade, they start wanting to date older men. They want to date somebody who's in college now, somebody in their first year of college or second year of college. That's when it becomes real tricky. It's like, okay, they not grown. Are they 21 years old yet? And it's like, you don't even want to have those conversations. My thing is, if it's not legal, then it's not legal. Ain't no such thing as barely legal. Well, it's barely legal. It's almost there. How old is she? She 15? Nah, she too old. 14? Okay, just right. What the actual farfanugan is that? Now let's discuss how foolish this whole thing is. Okay, Megyn Kelly, we're not talking about you no more.
Isn't it convenient that after the Democrat shutdown implodes, what do you hear from the press? Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. They ignored it until they were desperate, like Don Lemon eyeing a fat biker at a bar at closing time. And leaving out all the details that proves he's innocent. Instead, they tried to tie Trump to the infamous mass pedophile like they were partners in a three-legged race. Still, media lemmings fell in line, calling them bombshells when they were nothing more than burps from a gassy hummingbird. Of course, we've been here before, and we knew this breathless frenzy would collapse like a Russian robot.
Is Virginia Giuffre. Here's the email right here on your screen. She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that, and can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No. I understand,
Okay,
but I'm just saying, like, our biggest concern is to actually make sure that we are protecting victims.
She said she understood. She ain't understand. She was like, clearly it was redacted. I don't know why they were redacted. I mean, did you mean we? Did you mean why we were redacted? Because it was you and your people that redacted it. It was your people.
Right, and she's a lawyer. I bet her clients asked for the death penalty just to get her to stop talking. This latest Epstein dump, and I emphasize dump, was just inflated gossip based on hilariously interpreted emails. Still, Trump supporters had to once again endure the gauntlet of the fallacious firing squad. In fact, the story was so weak that Dems did deliberately redact a supposed victim's name, Gueffrey, whatever it is, who publicly testified that Trump was innocent. But they always withhold important details, much like how I withheld farts on a first date. But it backfired. What we learned...
This dude said, but it backfired.
It always does. But we learned really is that Michael Wolff, a Trump smear merchant, was trying to work with Epstein on a blackmail scheme. The New York Times tipped off Epstein on a hit piece, and a lot of rich guys like to talk to Epstein. And also that apparently Trump, based on suspicion, banned Epstein from his club, which makes him look pretty good, and the media looking phonier than the Rolexes I gifted my writing staff. The funniest part, when the Dems lauded an email with Epstein expressing his hatred for Trump, as if that was a point scored against Trump. Sorry, you douchebags, that just made Epstein one of you guys. What's next? You're going to brag that Dems lead Republicans by 50 points among pedophiles? These same idiots also ran with the claim that Epstein spent Thanksgiving with Trump while Trump was president. Amazing how at the time that revelation went unnoticed and unreported by the media who hates Trump. And that's because it never happened. The media and the Dems had to delete that so-called bombshell like it was a skirt in Rachel Maddow's dressing room.
Is Rachel Maddow really a woman? Has anybody ever seen her? Okay. You know what? Never mind. We're going to go ahead and edit that part out. All right? Yeah. The part about Rachel Maddow. Oh, yeah. About her potential. Ding-a-ling. Okay, yeah. I don't want no suits over here. All right. All right.
I never know what works with you people. Now, don't get me wrong. The Epstein saga is very real. There were victims galore, but these assholes never cared about them. This story meant nothing to them unless they could make it about Trump. Because for Democrats, other people's suffering is just a political tool for gaining power. But sadly, their selected leaks had a rebound effect, vindicating and not implicating Trump. But this latest exercise reveals how unsalvageable the media is. They truly may be the most discredited industry in history. They make the tobacco industry look like the Red Cross. They're corrupt, lying, and ultimately harmful to your health. But only if you keep buying what they're selling.
This whole thing is a play. We need to stop giving it our time and our attention. I am actually with Trump when it comes to, let's just go ahead and just drop it until they are actually ready to release the files. Let's leave it be. Let's leave it be. Because right now, they're making themselves look foolish. What do you think about? You know how many times somebody asked me, what do I think about the president being a pedophile? And it was Democrats asking me that. I didn't even want to get into the whole diary of Biden's daughter. I didn't want to get into none of that. I didn't want to get into the fact that Bill Clinton was dressed in a blue dress in a painting, a portrait inside of Epstein's home. And Quesadilla pointed out that he was also wearing red pumps. I didn't even want to get into all of that. What's the point? We already know what's going on. But we're trying to fix our country. The liberals are taking it as a joke. They're taking it as a joke. And every time that they're impacted, they want to cry wolf when they really don't care. The same way that they were saying Trump's ego is the reason why millions of government employees are out of work. All he has to do is open back up the government. Hakeem Jeffries kept on saying that crazy mess. It's Trump's fault. It's because of his ego. It's because he don't even want to come to the table. And that's the reason why the government is shut down. Well, when he decided to open back up the government, when they decided to finally vote to open back up the government, and now they bitching and moaning about that. We can't complain about the government being closed if it's open, so what are we going to do now? Come on, we need that. We need ideas. We need ideas. Come on, we need ideas. What you got? Nah, that's not going to work. What you got? Nah, that's not going to work. What you got? The Epstein files, we tried that already. We tried that already. But we're not done with it, but we tried that already. If you give us some more information, we can go back there. What you got? 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 And that's all they got right now is the Ep files. So they drummed that all up, trying to act like Trump don't care about people, trying to act like Trump didn't care about the people losing their jobs or people being out of work because of the government shutdown. They tried to call the shutdown his, and then Democrats started winning races, something like Zohran Mamdani, and now millionaires are still leaving New York City because of Zohran Mamdani. And they still won't answer the question, when has a socialist nation actually worked for the people? And they still was able to be powerful, grow economically, not be filled with sickness, with millions of their people dying. When has that worked? When have they been able to do that and they had a middle class and they had wealthy people as well? Because usually the middle class somehow disappears.
Democrats must recognize that Zohran Mamdani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. We've run this experiment many times, and the results are always obvious. Here's capitalist South Korea at night from space. Here's socialist North Korea. Yeah. In 1990, Venezuela was wealthier than Poland. But then Poland, finally free of Soviet-style economics, went all in on capitalism. And now their economy is as big as Japan. And people there have high wages, low inflation, cars, vacations, homes. Meanwhile, Venezuela traded capitalism for Hugo Chavez's socialism for the 21st century, which turned out to be like socialism in the last century, or any century, a fucking mess. It turned one of Latin America's richest countries into one of its poorest. Low wages, high inflation, shortages, outages, 8 million people fleeing. If you think New York can somehow reinvent this wheel, you're in for a rude awakening.
It seems like common sense, but apparently sense is not all that common. So we're not going to discuss it because I believe that offends people too when we start talking about common sense. Yeah. So you have that there. It's crazy, man. Did y'all know that Trump derangement syndrome is actually real? Is an actual real thing? Like, I didn't think it was real. I just looked at people acting crazy, talking about wanting to blame Trump for everything, and I thought it was a made-up thing. It's actually a real thing. A physician went on to Fox News. Listen to what he has to say.
First of all, identify it for us. You're in a session, and you pick up on what?
Well, Harris, it doesn't take long for me to pick up on this. People are obsessed with Trump. They're fixated. They're hyper-fixated on Trump. And they talk about some of the features of this disorder. They can't sleep. They feel traumatized by Mr. Trump. They feel restless. I had one patient who said she couldn't enjoy a vacation because anytime she saw Trump in the news or on her device, she felt triggered. So this is a profound pathology, and I would even go so far as to call it the defining pathology of our time.
These people come to you for the things that you described. Can't sleep, traumatized, perhaps depression. I don't want to put words in your mouth. But at first, you are there to treat an illness, a disorder of some kind. And what you figure out is the trigger.
Well, and Trump is the trigger for many of these people. And to be that fixated on a figure, on a person, it's simply not healthy. And our country has strayed so far away from where we once were. If you look at in the 80s when President Reagan was shot, people were united. He famously said, I hope you're all Republicans to the surgeons. And the response was, today, Mr. President, we're all Republicans. But our country has lost that. We've strayed so far from that unity.
Mm-hmm. And what do you see? Because you told me off camera 3/4 of your patient load right now has what you're calling this TDS.
Well, 3/4 of my patients will present with a lot of these symptoms, and within probably 5 minutes of seeing me, their hatred for Trump comes up. So if you're that hyper-focused on Trump, that's a real issue, and it's worth being treated.
Yep. This guy has actually seen people who are officially dealing with TDS. Pray for our people, man. Pray for our people. For real. Pray for our people. So I know that we were talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene before. But and as before, I said that I am not throwing her out. I'm not. I think that she's a beast, actually. I think that her attitude and her patriotism is necessary. I think her patriotism is necessary. Some of you are ready to get rid of her. I'm not. She hasn't said anything like, well, 15-year-olds are fair game for adults. And I'm not throwing any shots at anybody. But I did come across this right here that I want to show you guys of Marjorie Taylor Greene. And listen to what she just now said.
Tell you what, 6 months in, Steve, and here we are turning back on the campaign promises, and we bombed Iran on behalf of Israel. Yes, it was on behalf of Israel. We're entering a nuclear war, the World War III, because the entire world is going to erupt. And you want to know the people that are cheering it on right now? Their tune is going to drastically change the minute we start seeing flag-draped coffins on the nightly news, on Fox News that brainwashes all the baby boomers, and on CNN that brainwashes all the Democrat baby boomers. And that is exactly how this is going to go down. And I'll tell you what, 6 months in, Steve, and here we are turning back on the campaign promises, and we bombed Iran on behalf of Israel. Yes, it was on behalf of Israel. We're entering a nuclear war, the World War III, because the entire world is going to erupt. And you want to know the people that are cheering it on right now? Their tune is going to drastically change the minute we start seeing flag-draped coffins on the nightly news, on Fox News that brainwashes all the baby boomers, and on CNN that brainwashes all the Democrat baby.
Question. How much of what she said just now is a lie? And that's all I honestly want to know. I want to know how much of what she said just now do you deem as fake news? Because that's the only time that I can really be super upset with her is if she's putting lies out there often. And what I'm noticing too is that the truth hurts more than a lie does. One thing I will say is that she speculated that we did it only for Israel, that we bombed Iran for Israel. Like those are the things that's when it becomes a slippery slope. Like the speculation part of it, but the actual thing happening, nah, we ain't dropping no nukes. We know better than to do that, because if we drop one, then that gives someone else the opportunity to drop one as well, and we not for that. We not for that at all. Groff D1, thank you so much for your membership. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. We got some good people, man. So we're just okay, maybe I asked the wrong question. Okay, here's the real question. Do you believe that we should use all of the United States resources to protect Israel from all of their enemies before handling our own business here in the United States? Because if she is in fact American first, then I'm just saying, I'm just saying she's not all the way wrong. Just saying, man. The infighting just needs to stop. And her, see, you see this right here? Marjorie Taylor Greene is a disgrace to our great Republican Party. Like, this is the stuff right here that he doesn't have to do. He could always have a conversation with Marjorie Taylor Greene and get her back on track if he wanted, but he already decided not to, and now he has to deal with this. He's not endorsing her to run for office, and yeah. So she's going on every show that will have her, and she's speaking up. And again, I say to you, I'm not throwing her out with the bathwater. I'm not. Yeah. So for all of you that are saying we are ally friendly, weren't you against us protecting Ukraine from Russia? I get it that you're ally friendly, but weren't you against us protecting Ukraine from Russia? One second. This lady has something to say about Trump.
From doing this. Brilliant and scary.
I'm for transparency. I think all the files should be released. But let me be clear. I know from personal experience that Donald Trump has never had a taste for inappropriately young girls. In the 1990s, when I was lieutenant governor, Donald Trump and I double dated. I was dating my future husband, Wilbur Ross. He was dating his future wife, Marla Maples. We called her Peaches. We would go to the fights in Atlantic City. We would go out to nightclubs, plenty of hot spots. And I never saw Donald Trump behave inappropriately with anybody young like that. So I think that all of those records should be just released. Everybody wants that. His base wants it.
Which leads
with older people.
from doing this. Brilliant and scary.
So now we got people coming to the forefront and giving their opinion, trying to slow it down a little bit. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mama 867. Iran hates the U.S., so it's also helped protecting us because we don't want them to have any nukes. But you know that has been a rumor for a long time, like by saying that what you call it, insinuating that Iran was close to having nuclear weapons, and that will give us a reason to go over there and just bomb the hell out of them, because we say that they have all of the agents to create a nuclear weapon. And whenever we ask someone, because I've seen Candace Owens doing videos on stuff like this, she will say, okay, can we have a little bit of proof before we go into action? We just want to see that they have what you claim that they have. That's it. You ain't got to tell us that your plans on going to attack them or anything. All we want to know is we want to see for ourselves that they have what you claim they have, because American soldiers are about to be at risk in our country, and the future of our nation could potentially be at risk by you making this move to go bomb them. So show us what's going on. And a lot of times they don't. They just go and do whatever the hell they want to do. And we find out later. Well, we don't even find out later whether or not they had nukes or anything. And question, If somebody got nukes, why would we blow them up? Like, wouldn't that be blowing up their nuke as well? Blowing up somebody's nuke is not very bright either, is it? I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I'm just not a war-minded type of person. And when it comes to that, I like to stay in my own little section, mind my business, and just let them do what they do. So, yeah. No WW3 for me, please. I'll just have a salad. All right. Let me see what else we got going on over here. Let me see. My point is that what he can say, that's why he did it. Okay. Oh, her point is that he can say that that's why he did it, to prevent them from having nukes. Like, this was all about the United States. Like, they're already enemies of ours. They always screaming that they deaf to America. They don't want to have any parts to do with us. They want to cause us harm. We get in front of it and we go whoop their ass first. I get that part. All right. I get 1,000%. It's just some people need a little bit more for that, because then that will be a war crime if we're just bombing anybody that we want to bomb and we don't have a reason to. And if I'm mistaken, please correct me. Wouldn't it be a war crime if we were to bomb a country for no proven purposes or reasons? Now, this is above all of our pay grades, because they're not going to show us everything. The paperwork that they see, you got to have super high level clearances to see what they see, to know what they know, to have discussions that they have, and the actions that they take. They ain't got to explain a damn thing to us. So that's another thing. Like, we vote them into office so that they can do the right thing for our country, but they ain't got to show us no damn proof. They ain't got to show us sugar, honey, iced tea. And that's the part. Just like a police officers ain't got to show us proof before they go arrest somebody. They ain't got to show us the warrant before they go and run up in somebody's house. They ain't got to show us none of that. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Are we being the imbeciles, thinking that we are owed a certain level of information or, notice before something happens in other countries, in other regions? Yeah, I got you. Hey, Mama 867, I get you 1,000%. And that's exactly what he has been saying. He did not say he did it for Israel. He said he did it for us. He said he did it for the world, because those people are so hateful. And they were saying that they have what it takes to, they was threatening, saying that they have nukes. And again, above our pay grade, we don't know the information that the president knows. We don't know it. And for some of us to believe that we do, you're extremely naive. Like, way more naive than you need to be. So, yeah. Know what I mean? Let me see. Let me know in the comments who was the best president between Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. Who do you think was the best president of the three? Most people that I know believe that Bill Clinton was the best. Like, they actually believe that Obama was the best, but they don't have anything to back that up with other than Affordable Care Act, which gave them, more opportunities. But Trump, then Reagan. Trump. No, that's a real question. Y'all think I'm gonna be BSing y'all, man. Like, I'm serious. I know people who believe that Obama was the greatest president of all time. Is forever their president. They say, my forever president. That's the only president I will call president. Like, I know people like that, so it is what it is. The United States is not a part of the Geneva Convention of the International Criminal Court. I'm going to let you know something. I don't even know what the hell the Geneva Convention of the International Criminal Court is, but I do appreciate you putting that out there. And thank you so much for the super chat. And I'm about to do my due diligence now. I keep telling you guys that I am a novice when it comes to politics. Everything that goes on in the government, or the three branches of government, I haven't been paying attention to for a long time. I thought it was extremely boring. I never thought I would get into politics, discuss it publicly or anything. But now that I am, I'm trying to fast track my learning so I can get back on point and be able to communicate with the big dogs, with the big boys about this type of stuff. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. And just letting y'all know, man, I'm not trying to force you to think anything about Trump. I don't want to force you to think anything anyway about Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I do want all of you all to be open-minded and not just flow wherever the river takes you. Like, if you see all the Republicans going this way, and they're saying, well, I don't watch Candace Owens either because I think she's crazy and she don't like Trump. Well, me neither. I don't watch her either. I don't watch Marjorie Taylor Greene either. I don't care about where she stands. Me neither then. Since you're giving her up, I'm giving her up. Trump gave her up. We're not watching her anymore. That's not how I move, man. Because as all of the different takes that I've seen from Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't like her reasons and I don't like her style of getting out there and trying to put information out there. I don't like her insinuations. I like when she's putting truth and fact out there, something that you can back up. I don't like when she bites her tongue. She was on The View and she bit her tongue. She would not speak up about Democrats the way that she was speaking up about Republicans, because she went on The View on a mission. She was on a mission to take down Republican men, especially Trump. So yeah. All right. Yeah. One thing I got for you guys. Now, for all of you know that I am connected with Blue Turner. This live stream and the last few live streams has been sponsored by Blue Turner. So make sure that you go in the link that we have below and you cop you some Mito Blue. All right. It's on point right here. I have a couple of bottles right here behind me, really small bottles. They're for your cortisol and circadian rhythm levels, clinically studied and everything. You go through the link below, you put in LFR 20 so you get 20% off, and let me know what you think about it once you receive it. It's a whole process. They do all their studies and everything down here. You'll see patient PT cortisol rhythm reset, patient my cortisol rhythm reset. So y'all go ahead and check it out, man. Let me know what y'all think. This is what it looked like. Let me know what it tastes like, how you feel after taking them and everything. And don't forget to put in the code so that you get 20% off. LFR 20, guys. You can hit this barcode up here. Take a picture of this right here so you can order it. And I thank you in advance. Also, one other thing. For everybody who has gone to hatsforsale.com and got yourself some merch, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that, man. Like, y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Here's our hatsforsale.com. The hat I have on right now, you can get that as well. It says emotionless. Oh, damn, that's the wrong one. It says emotionless. And here we go. Boom. Here's hatsforsale.com. Here's the store. Got the welfare boy sweatsuit. You know, got the white, black, blue. You know, got the gray, which is dope. I wear my stuff all the time. Got the Outwork Yesterday. World's greatest father. Good things come to those who hustle. You know what I mean? Get you some stocking stuffers, purchase somebody something for Christmas. Make sure you put in LFR 10 so you get your 10% off. And yeah, and I thank you in advance. I had to tell y'all about it before we ended the stream. Happy Saturday to everyone. Happy birthday to Angel. Happy birthday to my my little brother. And I believe there was another birthday inside the chat, Brenda. Happy birthday to Brenda as well. Hopefully you all enjoy the rest of your day, your weekends. Pray for each other. Pray for yourselves. And if you haven't thanked thank the Lord yet for your for His grace and His mercy, make sure you take a time or two to thank the Lord, man. Just say, thank you, God. I appreciate you, Father. I know, hold on. One other thing I want to show y'all real quick, because I went to hatsforsale.com and only showed y'all the clothes, some of the clothes anyway. But here are the hats. Got the LFR Family, the red and white joint. Got the Outwork yesterday, red and white joint. We got the Scullies, LFR Family, and the Outwork yesterday. The buckets are coming back, and the this Outwork yesterday joint right here stays in my car. Like I keep this right here in the car, and this one right here I have right here in front of me. I usually keep that in the car too, just in case I need it. But all these joints are fashionable, they're dope, and I would love for y'all to pick one up. Just make sure that you put in LFR 10 so that you get 10% off, guys. All right? Christmas is coming up. These things will be great stocking stuffers. And I'm not just saying it because it's my product, but I am also saying it because it is my product. So, and I would like to hear how fast it took to come to get to you, how it feels, how it smells, whether or not you get some compliments when you get it. I mean, when you have it on, and also send me a picture of you in it so I can put you up on the screen, something like around like Wheezy Wee right here. Shout out to Wheezy. And here she is right here in her holding up her rat-a-tat-tat. Never hesitate to put a fool on her back. Shout out to Wheezy. And also Renee Suzanne as well, who sent me pictures of themselves. And she got on that Outwork yesterday, Scully. Shout out to the Outwork yesterday, Toboggan, that she's rocking. Looking so cool and demure. Looking so dope. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we got people who are definitely supporting the brand. And I'm appreciative, and I thank you so much. All right, until next time, fam, y'all take it easy. Anybody that want to learn how to do this YouTube coaching thing, this YouTube content creation thing, reach out to me with the word coach. My email and everything is inside of the descriptions. We're helping a lot of people. We'll love to help you as well. Okay? See you next time. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.